Today I'm going to take you through how to do both external and internal clams. So clams are a great exercise for your glutes. There's so many butt muscles. You have your external rotators, your internal rotators, your glute max, your glute med, your glute min. Don't worry about any of that. What I do want you to worry about though is being slow and controlled and intentionally moving from your glute muscles. Because clams are often given in physio and people do them. They do a million of them and they do them wrong. So I'm going to show you how to do it right, how to do it wrong, external rotation, internal rotation. And if you've been told I need more internal rotation, then you're going to stick with those. If you've been told that you need more external, you do those. If you don't know which one your body needs, you can do both. Okay, so first, position it. So come down and make sure your shoulders and your hips and your feet are in one straight line. So you could even do this against the wall, because most of the time when people do clams, they kind of go forward or bring their feet forward, right? Sometimes a physio will say that you want your feet further forward or further back, and there are reasons to do that. I'm just going to show you the most traditional way of doing it, okay? It's the most often prescribed way is just against the wall. If somebody's told you to do it differently, cool, do it differently. I can't go through every single variation, so we're just going to do that the most prescribed. Okay, so shoulders, hips, feet against the wall. Get your little tuck so you get your core, and lengthen through your top hip because it's really easy to smush up, and then it becomes more of an oblique exercise. Obliques are great, but just not the muscle group we're trying to train right now. Okay, so hip is long. First, you're going to do the external clamp. So you're going to think about your bum and you're going to open that knee. And this is so critical. Only go as high as you can while keeping it in your glute. Most of the time when people do this, they like slide back. You're not using your butt. The other thing people do is they really pull up with the knee. So I want you to think bum, lifting through your glute and not initiating with the knee. It's all from here. Okay, so that's an external clamp. As you lift up with this knee, try pushing down with that knee, and then that bottom hip will also work. An internal rotation clamp, you lift your leg to hip height, and with your bum, not with your knee, you turn in. But it's not from here, you're initiating from your butt, from your internal rotators. You could even put it together. I call it a foot to foot, knee to knee, always from your hip, okay? Super important. That. Okay, if you're like, Kathleen, this is too hard. I don't want to be lying on my side, my shoulder hurts, I can't keep my pelvis stable. Cool. The regression for the clams would be put the band on and lie on your back, get a little bit of a tuck, okay? Lengthen through your spine, through your head, and one leg stays stable and the other one clams out to the side from your butt. You could do 10 of those, or you could do 10 where your legs move together. And then if you're like, no, Kathleen, the clams are too easy, fine, then you need a progression. So one progression would be to do these moves with the band on. Again, you're against that imaginary wall, and you can try to do that external rotation, right? Or that internal rotation with the clamp, or both. 1, 2. If you're like, it's still too easy, I'm like, that's great. Move into a side plank. So on your elbow, focusing on your armpit, knees are in line with your hips, engage your core. You're gonna lift up, okay? Make sure the ribs are knitted, head is back, and then you can do the same thing. You can do your external clamp, making sure you don't roll your hips backwards, and your internal. Now, I will also show you one really cool move that gets your external rotators of one leg and your internal rotators of the other. Because you might have gone to physio with somebody who will say, okay, your pelvis is a little bit rotated, you're stronger on one side of your glutes, you're weak on the other side of your thighs. Cool. If you're doing that, you put your feet on a block, again, in that imaginary wall, or use a real wall. Keep your core tucked. Okay, so this exercise is to strengthen the external rotators of your top leg and your internal, like your inner thighs, basically, of your bottom leg. Okay, so hip is long, core is engaged. You lift up from the bum, and then top hand goes down, slightly press, which will activate the obliques, and then the inner thigh of the bottom leg lifts to meet it. Then you slowly lower the bottom leg, and if you're using a band, when you lower the bottom leg, you'll have to resist the pull with the top leg, and then back down. You don't have to do it with a band, you can do it without a band. So this is just a slightly different variation. So tuck, make sure you don't roll back. From bum of the top leg, slight pressure to get your obliques, inner thigh of the bottom leg. Okay, or the band, same idea. Bum of the top leg, core,
inner thigh of the bottom leg. One more fun way to do that, bum of the top leg, inner thigh of the bottom leg, would be straighten out that leg, lengthen through the top hip, knit the ribs. So this glute is working. Now it's not my external rotators, it's more my glute med. Cool. Press gently down, keep the bottom foot down, and lift that inner thigh of the bottom leg. Staying really long, core connected against that imaginary wall. Basically, the world is your fitness oyster. So you just have to find the exercise that matches what your body needs. Have fun.